Thanks for joining us for Comtech Systems Zultys Advanced Communicator training. The Advanced Communicator will replace MIXI in the future and share the mobile display and share the same display and controls as the mobile app, making them easier to use together. It'll also let you take advantage of all the new features in the phone system in the future. In this video, we'll be covering logging in, selecting roles, connecting to a phone, contact management, call handling, and voicemail. Let's get started with the login procedure for the Advanced Communicator. We'll be referring to the program from now on as ZAC. Now that we have the login window here, go ahead and enter your username, password, and the server. These values will stay exactly the same as the ones from MIXI. The only time they'll change is if you need a password reset. So we'll go ahead and click Login, and we'll see here our role selection. This is where you can select the groups that you need to log into for the day, and if you'd like, you can click Apply to Future Login. You may see a window asking you to close a previous session of ZAC. Go ahead and hit yes if you see that. You can only log into ZAC in one location at a time, and that'll let you switch very quickly if you happen to be logged in at another computer. So I'll go ahead and leave my roles as they're selected here with just the service group and go ahead and hit apply. And this brings us to our main ZAC window. Now that we have the main window open here, the first thing we need to do is bind to either a desk phone or a soft phone. You'll start that process by clicking on Bind To and selecting Bind by a call from device for a desk phone, or bind to a soft phone if you're using a headset connected to the computer. For this example, I'll simply select soft phone, and we can now see that the device is bound here. Once you begin using the program, you'll be able to use the Bind Recent list and select recent devices to switch quickly back and forth. At the top, you'll see your status. If you'd like to change it, simply click and select a new status from the list here. If you'd like to type a note about your status, simply click on the field here and type it in and hit enter. Below your presence, you'll see your active role. You can click on the blue name to change the active role, and when you do, any calls placed using the program will use the caller ID and group name for reporting. It's critical to make sure that the correct group is selected to ensure that all calls are logged to the correct reports and your customers see the correct caller ID. If you need to log in or out of a group, say for example for a lunch break or simply being away from your desk, click on the gear next to the group name and you can then unselect a group and hit apply. Below the role selection, you'll see your group presence. You just want to keep this as available. The system will automatically change it for you as you take calls within the group. To look at your address bar and manage your contacts, simply click on the contacts list here on the left menu bar. And then you can see your system contacts, local contacts, and imported contacts from Outlook. If you'd like to add one of the contacts to your buddies list, simply right-click and select Add to Buddies. Once you've selected a few users to add to your buddies list, you can click on the buddies icon here to keep track of their presence or to call them quickly. To manage your voicemails, simply click on the icon in the left menu here, and you'll be presented with your personal mailbox. You can see here all of the messages that you have in your personal mailbox, and if you'd like to select a different mailbox to review, simply use the drop down here to select a different mailbox. Once you've found a message that you'd like to review, you can simply click the play button here to play the message through your computer's speakers, or if you'd like, you can select in the option menu to play through your bound phone. If you'd like to delete the message, simply right-click and hit delete, or if you have several messages that you'd like to delete, click on the blue deleted button at the top of the screen and you can multiply select messages and delete them all at once. And finally, if you'd like to change your greetings within your voicemail box, simply click on the green greetings button and you can manage your greetings and record a new one if you'd like. Now that we've covered some of the other features in the phone system, let's move on to placing calls and managing calls. To start a call, you can click on the dial pad in the upper right corner, or you can click on the dial pad here on the left side menu. Once you've done that, simply type in the number you'd like to call. The system will place a call immediately. Once you've done that, if you need to manage the call, click on the left-hand menu, dial pad, and you'll be presented with your call controls and keypad if you need to dial a number in an auto attendant, for example. To hang up on the call, simply click the red button here within the call bar. If you're on a call that you need to transfer, you can do so using the dial pad menu and clicking the transfer button here. Once you've done that, simply type in the name or the extension of the person that you'd like to transfer the call to and click the green button or hit enter. If you'd like to do an attended transfer in the system, once you have the call that you'd like to transfer on the line, click the hold button here in the center and then use the dial pad at the top to place a call to another extension, and then you can speak to them privately. Once you've completed the call to that person, you can end the call here and then click the transfer button like normal, enter in the same extension, and hit enter. If you'd like to park a call, once you have the call on the line, I'll go ahead and place a call here for a test. Once you have them on the line, you can simply click the park button here in the lower right hand corner and the call will be parked. If you'd like to check what parking spot that call was on or to pick up another parked call, simply click on the park menu on the left here and you'll see the list of parked calls in the system, the caller ID, and who parked the call. If you'd like to pick them up, simply press the green pickup button on the right. The call will then be picked up by your system, and again, remember to click the dial pad if you'd like to go in and manage that call. Lastly, we'll talk about agent roles in the system. You can view these by going to the last menu item here on the left, and then you can see the other members that are in the groups that you're a part of. This will allow you to quickly see a status of who's logged in and who's logged out, and if those people are also on a call for the group. In a future version, the system will give you the ability to use what's called a queue monitor and see more statistics about those who are logged into groups and a quick visual indication of calls that are waiting in the queue. That brings us to the end of the ZAC training. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Comtech Systems at 301-670-1900 or shoot us an email to service@comtech.pro. Thanks for your time.